Hey Capricorn, welcome to your How Do They Feel About You reading. Thank you so very much for tuning in today, bringing your beautiful energy, positive vibes, love and support to the channel. I appreciate you. And if you just stumbled across Soul Embers and you're here for the first time, welcome. My name is Andrea. Thanks for stopping by, and I hope you find something helpful within this reading. So, how do they feel about you? What are they thinking? What are they going to do about it? Are all things we're going to be looking into today. And then at the end of the reading, I'll also draw some guidance to see which is the best way to navigate through this space if you're going through a challenging time when it comes to the person that brings you to this reading. So Capricorn, let's jump into it. And just have a look and see who I'm connecting with right now and how you're feeling about this situation. So Capricorn, how do they feel about Capricorn? How is Capricorn feeling right now? Who is this message for? Say what you mean. Okay. All right. The first thing that came to mind as soon as I read the message on the card is you might be suppressing your emotions, Capricorn, out of fear of coming across as being either vulnerable, being targeted when it comes to this person. You may also be afraid that you're going to come across as offensive. Maybe there's something that you really want to address about this situation and you're not finding the right words without it coming across as being abrasive, right? There is this, the energy that I'm getting that's coming with this message for the Capricorns that I'm connecting with is that there is something here that is off for you and you are not speaking your truth. And whether that be because you can't find the right words without offending, without really rocking the boat, without them potentially leaving, is what's definitely on your mind. The thing is, you can't ignore this. It's like a massive roadblock for you. It's something that you really want to work through. Another thing could be that you may not be communicating the depths of your emotion to this person, again, because you're testing the waters and you want to see where they stand first and how they feel about you, which is obviously why you're here today. Before you put yourself in a space, an open space, you open yourself up. So what I'm going to do, Capricorn, is I'm going to read the definition from the book because I love the way Ina Seagull has put this together. There's also an action and see what it has to say for you. Say what you mean. Take some time to clarify what you need to communicate and to whom. Honest communication begins with you. Take a moment to connect within and ask yourself, in what area of your life are you hiding and denying how you feel? Does your relationship with your partner need revamping? Are there things that are not working? Who are the people in your life that you must be honest with? This is your opportunity to take back your power and share clearly, wisely, and honestly what does and does not work for you. When you feel vulnerable, you can be easily swayed to say what you feel the other person wants to hear in order to keep the peace. The message of this card is that you need to say what you really mean, whether someone else likes it or not. Yeah, totally got that message. Felt that message when I was connecting with your energy, Capricorn. And it could even be one of those things where you don't want to lay all the cards out on the table just yet. You don't feel safe enough. You don't feel secure enough. And you really want to pull back your energy. But what that's actually doing is it's causing a block. It's causing a block between you and it's causing a block in making an emotional connection with this person because you're not being true or authentic about how you feel. So Capricorn, I know, you're probably thinking that the sooner I say what I've got to say, the quicker I'll know, the quicker this will be either moving in the direction I'd like for it to move in, or it'll go in another direction and I won't be enabling it, but out of fear for an extended period of time. It's easier said than done. I feel that maybe you need to be ready for it to go in a direction that you're not prepared for. So you're really invested in this person, Capricorn. You really want to see it going in the right way. You really want to play your cards right, and you're being very calculated in your approach at how you say things and what you say. But it is stifling the core essence of what you know. It's not stifling your core essence. It's you just not being authentic, and it's starting to really weigh down on your mind. So the action that we have here is rub your hands together for about 30 to 40 seconds. Then imagine that you are holding a blue ball of energy in your hands. Reflect on the qualities of confidence, honesty, and clarity. Then place your hands above your throat and breathe in the blue light. Imagine this light moving into your throat and helping you access the right words that you need to say. Picture the person who you need to communicate with standing in front of you. Share what you feel you need to say to this person, realizing that their higher self is listening. When you have completed this action, write down what you feel you need to say to them, then share your feelings in person if appropriate. So the message here is it's basically doing some work on the throat chakra, and really having that honest self, that honest talk with yourself first, so that you're able to find the right words that you need to communicate based on how you feel and what's right for you. And so it's giving you some exercises to meditate on as you work through the throat chakra and the color blue, which is associated with it. So even listening to frequency music, Capricorn, will be helpful. Think of the key words associated with the throat chakra, such as listening, speaking, honesty, creativity, and then expression. So as you go about trying to figure out what's your best approach, think about, am I listening to myself or am I suppressing myself? Am I speaking from that place of truth, and am I being honest with myself about it? What's the best? And then with creativity, how's the best way for me to actually communicate what my needs are, right? So that's the message that I'm getting. These are the Capricorn that I'm connecting with. Having some trouble communicating your needs to this person, and there is this sense of worry surrounding it. So let's have a look and see now, Capricorn. How is this person feeling? What are they thinking? So what I'm getting here is they can sense, it's almost like they're playing the game. Not that this is a game, but you get what I'm saying, right? They can sense that there is something you want to communicate, and they know that something's not quite right for you. They know that there's more to what you say, and there's more to how you say it. I feel, Capricorn, you may have planted the seeds or put it out there a few times, hoping that they will kind of elaborate on what their take is on it, on what their feelings are in that particular area. But it seems like they're not divulging as much as you would like for you to feel comfortable enough to express what your true feelings are. Okay. Yeah. So that is actually a beautiful card. So they're actually... Oh, sorry, just give me 1 second, please. One more card. That's really interesting. It's almost like just as you're about to say something, you stop yourself short. You stop yourself short from saying what you need to say. You're not 100% certain how it's going to be received. It's like right on the tip of your tongue, right? So what's really interesting is, even though they can see that you need to say it, this person is mature enough to let you express how you feel and what you're thinking when you're ready. sorry, I just dropped something. They don't want to do the work for you, and they know that it will. You need to be confident enough to have this conversation with them in order for this to progress in the direction that you want to take it. You need to feel comfortable enough with them to have some difficult discussions. You need to be vulnerable enough. You need to trust them enough to be vulnerable with them, right? So there is this level of maturity that this person also holds, but it's not just maturity, Capricorn. They also understand that you may have had some past traumas or some past experiences that have caused you to be fearful, and so they're giving you enough space for you to navigate it, feeling safe within yourself, feeling in control. They know that's important to you. What I can see here is that when it comes to you, they feel they can really, really work well together, that there can be this beautiful energy exchange. You know, a leg up is about interdependence, definitely not codependence. They want to support you. They want to give you the help. They want to help. They want to help you work through your own fears that are preventing you from being your true self and expressing how you truly feel. And they are understanding that the energy that I'm getting around this and the feeling is that they understand that this might take some time because of what you've previously experienced. That's the message that I'm getting. Again, you know, this card is about speaking about your needs, being vulnerable and trusting. They want to give to you so that you can build on those things, build on trust, build on being vulnerable to make that emotional connection. But they also understand that you need to feel safe enough so that this can continue to be an interdependent relationship and not turn into something toxic or codependent. The other thing I'm getting for you, Capricorn, geez, the messages are coming through hard and fast. The other thing I'm getting for you, Capricorn, is that they know that there is a possibility if it's almost like a mirroring effect. You're both worried about what the other person's going to do and what the other person might think and how it's going to affect the relationship. They don't want to scare you off and you don't want to scare them off. And it's this cycle where you've both created this block in between the two of you, which is a fear based on a perception of what could be rather than the reality, which is both of you are wanting to come closer together. Which is really, really interesting. So if you think about how you not speaking your words is creating, or you not speaking your truth or saying what you mean is what is creating the block of you coming together rather than you bringing this together, and it is actually mirrored in their energy. It is the actual divide between the two of you. You might find a way to work around that or work through it, let's say. And what they're thinking, gee, it's amazing. It's such beautiful cards, such good feelings here. You know, they feel that they can really learn from you and you can really learn from them. They see you as an equal, Capricorn. They see you as someone who's really committed to, you know, whatever you really want to mean what you say, you want to back up your words with actions. And so you don't just say things for the sake of keeping the peace usually. And so they can see that you are measuring everything you do and everything you say, not because you want to hide per se, but because you want to do this right and you want to make sure you uphold yourself with integrity, honesty and dignity. You're feeling a lot of resistance right now because you're feeling that you're not being true and authentic to yourself, which is something that you hold a very high value of yours. So this is really interesting. They can see this happening. They can see it in you. They admire it and they're waiting for you to work through this challenge until you're ready to have that conversation, right? So let's draw out a couple of tarot cards. And let's have a look and see. Let's break this down a little bit further for you, Capricorn. So you're not quite sure if you should quite yet. Like, you're thinking about it. Even the words could be on the tip of your tongue. You want to speak from your heart, but you pull back on that energy. Yeah, they're waiting. They're waiting for you to be ready. They know that they've done everything that they can. Some of you may have even taken some space from each other, or you might be feeling that there is starting there is a divide that's starting to happen between the two of you. And that does come down to the fact that the words that you both need to say aren't being said out of fear of where that could take you both. So, yeah, they're waiting. They're keeping an eye on you, Capricorn. Even if they're not talking to you, they're waiting for things to enter into a calmer space. That's what I'm seeing. They need things to just boil over and just settle down before they can come in and have any type of communication. Both of you, it's almost like a tiptoeing around each other. You both don't want to hurt each other. So I can see here that maybe they've either decided or they're going to decide. Something may have happened here. And the core issue is that both of you aren't saying what you mean. They're waiting and you're waiting. And so that's what's creating the gap. But something might have happened and there's been some silence between the two of you. Maybe some distance has been taken. And if it hasn't, it's coming just to let things settle down a little bit. But they're not going anywhere, Capricorn. They're not planning on leaving permanently. I'm not getting that. Because they definitely do want to work on this. Most definitely do want to work on this. You may even have children with this person, or you may be that this is what they see. They want to build a family with you. They want that family type of an environment, and and they want that type of a connection where you really where they see that you share the same values and morals when it comes to family, when it comes to relationship, and that you're very loyal to certain aspects of what that means, which is mirrored in them. And they want to continue to build this because they feel that they've met someone that is basically their match. Their absolute match in what they want to achieve as far as love and relationships go. And even if there aren't children or there aren't going to be children on the horizon, it's having those same values from a young age that are very strong, Both of you share those. Absolutely beautiful. So let's have a look and see, Capricorn, what is the message that Spirit has for you as you work through this space? Because it feels like something here needs to transform. The message I'm getting for you, can you see those cards? Yes, you can. Okay, so it feels like something here needs to transform in order for this to come back together. So I'm feeling that this was divinely orchestrated. The two of you are meant to come together, but there needs to be some work done when it comes to constructive and effective communication for the two of you. When it comes to taking the next step and leveling up, I also feel that even though you both want it to take, both of you want to take the next step and deepen this connection, there is an element of self-sabotage here. And if it's not, when I say self-sabotage, that maybe was the, determining what determined the space that needed to be taken, whether it be, the connection's kind of changed or it's gone a little bit cooler, or whether there's been physical space taken and you're not talking to each other and there's silence at this time. But what I'm getting here is there still needs to be some work done, some patterns, some behaviors, a mindset, especially an old, outdated way of doing things needs to be put to rest so that you can break through that barrier and come together in a way that allows you to level up in the connection and deepen it. So really needing to work through whatever emotional traumas, blocks, energy attachments might be in play. It might be preventing you from really experiencing what you've been trying to call on when it comes to your love and relationships in general, and you find it in this person. So if this does sound like you, Capricorn, and you're finding it really difficult to figure out how you can break through that barrier or work through that block, or free yourself from it, feel free to reach out for a personal reading. My contact details are in the description box below. Otherwise, I'm going to wrap it up there. I hope you have an amazing month ahead, and please do comment below because I absolutely love reading your comments. I do read them all. It helps me connect with who is on the other side of this camera, and it's what motivates me to keep on bringing more videos your way. Bye, Capricorn.